Hi Leo, this is going to be a love and relationship tarot card reading for you. This will have some messages for the single Leos looking for love. Also, this will have messages for you and the person you're dealing with now, Leo. This will also maybe sound like something that you have dealt with in the past. So today, take what resonates and leave the rest. I'll show you these cards coming out. We will look at them together. So now I will ask for 10 cards to paint a picture of what Leo needs to know around their love and relationships. Let's have a look at these together, okay? I've got the Six of Pentacles in the middle of the reading with the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, the Sun, the Leo ruling card, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, which is cardinal fire, Leo with the Sun. You could be dealing with another Leo at this time as well. And then we have the High Priestess, and lovely, we finish with the Nine of Swords. I love that High Priestess there. Okay, so there is, with this bottom of the deck energy, the Hanged One in this deck. So that is an energy of suspension, stagnation, bit of a hold up, bit of a no movement on around the love and relationship sector of your life. Some area seems to be, there's a hold up on it. So this is frustrating, Leo. I can tell that you are in some way frustrated by the lack of growth and the lack of kind of movement you're seeing, or reward, or something actually happening, coming to fruition. There may be an instance in this relationship where one person is not giving the equal share, and there is a sort of, there's a balance that's kind of not been struck. We're out of balance, 3 here, and then this is 2, 1 here. So I feel like there's one person that isn't giving equal effort, time, commitment, work, even investing their time or quality time in this relationship at the moment. That might sound like somebody that you've just recently met, Leo, or it's somebody that has been in your life now for a period of time. This person that isn't really meeting you where you are, or they're not giving the same amount of effort or energy as you are, this is not something that you are, this is foreign to you. You've seen this before from them. There has been a reason, and there's been an argument about this, and there has been real upset about this, and you brought it to their attention. Like, for some of you, you've been almost, cut right to the chase. You tell them, that this could be something that's been brought up time and time again. It's a truth that needs to be heard, and you've been very hard, like not harsh with it, but you've just been like straightforward with it. You've said, this is how it is. If you're not going to be able to meet me where I are and meet me where I am and give as much as I'm giving, then I'm going to end up putting my focus elsewhere. Focus towards friends, focus towards socializing. Even for some of you, you're like, you feel like somebody else could have even caught your eye. 3 of Cups, you're turning your focus away from the relationship that you're not getting much out of, and you're turning it towards enjoyment, fun, liberation, freedom, being more you, being your authentic, true self. That's what the Sun card is, Leo. That's what Leo energy is, authentic, true to yourself. Embracing your individuality, embracing all quirks, embracing the most unique things about yourself and the most celebrated things about yourself. And that's the energy we're going into. Will this be to everybody's liking? I guess not. The Nine of Swords is telling me that there is going to be some sort of a worry for you around this, or feeling of guilt, that for some of you it's going to be like, I feel too guilty to kind of not I don't know if I should take my time and effort or take my foot off the pedal with this relationship. I feel really guilty because then I'm thinking like, oh, I didn't give it my all. So you may start sort of playing the blame game with yourself and putting the blame on yourself. It was all my fault that I didn't make this work. Those kind of themes coming up, those kind of energies coming up. Let's see. I think we should pull some more cards and get going. if there is sort of just a stagnation at the moment with the Hanged One energy, and you know things aren't moving for you, things aren't feeling very exciting for you, it's because there's just like this weight on getting what you deserve, or like having this person rise to the occasion and like present you with what they have, and you're waiting on that, and you're putting your time and effort in it. There might be an indication that if things are very stagnated and things are getting a little bit, shall we say, dull, or there's a lull in the relationship, the Ace of Wands comes through with advice to inject a kind of more excitement, passion into the relationship again, like a spark of energy again, a spark of life again. Let's pull some more cards, Leo, and figure out what's going on here. We'll leave this Hanged One for reference. And I think the combat of the Hanged One energy could be this Ace of Wands suddenly getting excited again. Let's have a look at some more cards and clear this situation up for Leo. So let's first of all clear up the Six of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. You're progressing in this relationship, but I feel like for some Leos, it's like, yes, I'm progressing in this relationship because I know I kind of deserve a little bit more to kind of get what I'm giving back. Okay, these cards are just, I've been shuffling these before, but they're just not ready to talk to us yet. So for the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, what does Leo need to know as some further messages? The Tower. So if you were to decide to break away from a relationship at this time, there is that possibility there. The Hermit, the Tower. You have been, these are major arcana cards, so there could be like some sort of a consideration. There could be some sort of a consideration like that. You've been thinking very deeply and very long and hard about a breakaway, about a sudden departure or shaking things up. If it isn't a departure, Leo, you have been thinking long and hard about this energy of coming in and shaking things up a little bit, injecting passion, excitement, newness, even like random excitement, randomness, spontaneity, and you have really been thinking about that. But for some, I do see there has been a long consideration about making a departure and breaking things up and going a separate way, and that has been some sort of a truth you have come to on your own. Painful as it was, it's sort of resonating with you now that might be what needs to happen, or that there needs to be some liberation in general. The Tower isn't always unsettling, it can be very liberating, and the Sun card coming after the Tower energy is the liberation and the freedom we feel after we have broken away from or unshackled ourselves from something that was not very stable to begin with anyway. And, you know, we were holding on to that for various other reasons. Let's look at the past mistake that keeps... there was a mistake made in the past around this relationship, Five of Swords. I'm not sure who was the perpetrator. Let's get a more of a deeper feeling for the Five of Swords here. And even like the Queen of Swords too. What are these sword energies speaking about in Leo's reading today? Not sure who is the perpetrator in the Five of Swords, but for some reason somebody's bad behavior, your own or the person you're dealing with, is still very relevant to your present situation for whatever reason. It's still a mistake or a feeling of I messed up keeps repeating itself. But I think Leo is coming to terms with like not letting that rack them so much. Seven of Pentacles again and the Four of Cups in reverse. So that Seven of Pentacles is here again. And the whole deal with this is coming up with the Five of Swords is like Leo saying to themselves like, oh, I can't back out of this now. I've waged so much. Almost think of this as a bet, okay? Think of the person in the in the foreground as the bookie, and the people in the background as the people who have lost the bet. They gambled on something that didn't pay off. That is the energy of this together with the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, we have the investment and waiting for it to pay off, but something in the past did not pay off, and you're still thinking about whatever it was that you didn't get the return on. Whatever happened in this relationship, you invested time, you invested effort, and you never got back what you wanted. So that's probably kind of something that still plays on your mind, and that's why you're thinking today, like, am I still putting all this effort in? Am I ever going to see it kind of return to me? Four of Cups. There was like a kind of a feeling that was rooted in this reading that like you came to this decision basically, and you had to cut through a lot of things that really you couldn't see past. You really didn't like what you were seeing, and you let it go for so long, but you actually now you've cut through that. You've cut through the any kind of illusions of the Four of Cups in reverse, and you're breaking out of illusions now. When the Four of Cups reverses, you're kind of seeing things more clearly again, and you had sort of a lull and stagnation in the relationship. I do feel like that's coming out and things are changing now, whether that be for good or bad for the like long-term distance of the relationship. At least it's not stagnated anymore, and there's movement, and there's a bit of a clearer direction on where this is going. That might still feel hard, Leo, but I'm just kind of reporting that there's a change as such from the stagnation. Let's look at your energy coming up. So I do see Leo coming in to a really authentic Son of Cups, really authentic, heartfelt space. So the Son of Cups and the Sun card, that's about following your heart. That's about if you feel like there's somebody at the moment, Leo, that you're being drawn to and you want to take things slow with them, but you do feel like you will eventually want to open your heart to them. It looks like this person is very much in alignment for you, and that you could feel very authentically you, with childlike wonder, with excitement with. What is the advice of the Ace of Wands in this reading for Leo? What is the advice of the Ace of Wands in this reading for Leo? My initial thought is to randomly inject excitement and passion into the relationship again, take somebody by surprise, act spontaneous. Let's see, what's the advice of the Ace of Wands? What other information can we get? The Hanged Man again. So it's an invitation to take what you have learned, see the enlightenment around this hanged one's halo here, headspace. Take the enlightenment you've learned. It's now around this Ace of Wands. So think of that wand as that tree. Think of the same enlightenment around the headspace in the Hanged One as the same enlightenment around the hand in the Hanged One. Same energy. Look at the little leaves coming off the tree. Look at the leaves coming off the wand. It is that spark that you've gotten. So this wasn't a waste of time. All this stagnation, all this waiting, all this not moving, it wasn't for nothing, Leo. You were inspired and you gained further insight and understanding. Now you can act on it. You've got it. You have the insight. You have the inspiration. Here it is. Now you're allowed to act on it, or invited to take this timing to act on what you've discovered. What is this shift of perspective? It was probably pretty big. For some of you, it was around, I think, happiness, truly happiness in the relationship. And now you can act in ways that you've become enlightened towards or understand better now. So the King of Wands, this is your person. You could be dealing with another Leo at the moment, or you're dealing with somebody who you feel is very like you, mirrors your energy, alpha like you, or kind of assertive, magnetic person, attractive person, popular person, very successful. Could be a bad boy or girl. That persona, that image, like that kind of rough around the edges. Nine of Swords in reverse. So we do have this energy of Nine of Swords coming through. I do feel like, Leo, that is you're worried about the person you're with, and they could be worried about this relationship too. So there's a feeling of like guilt and anxiety around what each of you are doing in this relationship. Finally, what is a message from this High Priestess? This is Leo hoping that they're trusting their intuition on something, and hoping that they're seeing past any bullshit or seeing to the truth of the matter in all ways. What is the message of the High Priestess here for Leo? Leo wants to cut through the bullshit, Queen of Swords, and see the truth. Temperance. This is involving bringing balance into your relationship again. Temperance in the High Priestess says that you might need to just take a bit of a back seat on how you are motivating, or how you're not motivating, but how you plan on proceeding with getting this relationship to where you want it to go. You might life have to play out a little bit. Those people make their decisions, and so that, you know, you have to act a bit more passively now, embodying kind of a calmer state of being, embodying taking a back seat and letting things play out while keeping your cool, Leo. It's so important with these cards right now to keep your cool. So that's love and relationships for the Leo viewers. I will have a monthly forecast out for you for May 2021 next week on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching exclusively on Instagram, that's where you're going to find your forecast next week. Thank you guys. Feel free to hit share, like, subscribe. See you soon.